teacher Roselle. Most of you all might have met me, some of you all might have not yet because I've just started, but let us start with an online class for all of you all. And today's topic will be being productive. What do you understand by the term productive or being productive? Productivity. It means to be able to do a lot of things. So it doesn't necessarily mean doing a lot of things at one time, but just doing a couple of things over a period of hours and being completely 100% concentrating on that particular thing is being productive. So other synonyms for that would be being fruitful, creative, effective, or constructive. So during the past 2.5 months, you all might have tried a lot of new things and experimented on a lot of new things. So I'm sure that these 2 months have given you all an opportunity to explore on your talents and brush up on whatever you all are already good at. So as for me, I have learned also a few things, like I've learned another language using the app Duolingo, if you all have used it. And these are very effective ways of spending your time and being productive. So these are a few things you all might have done, you all might have already done, or if you all have not done, if you all still are yet to explore on certain things, maybe you all can do these things and tick out things that you all have already done. Learning a new skill, a new language, learning to paint or draw, cook or bake, writing skills, and all of this. Maintaining a journal is also a very good, it's a very good thing to do. It will help you all to task out your whole day and know what you have done and what you have not done in a whole day, and then review it by the end of the day. So that's a good habit to cultivate. Maybe you all can try that also now. So I can give you a few tips on how to be a productive person and how you can be able to spend your time more productively henceforth if you all have not till now. And if you all already are doing this well and good, you all can maybe brush it up and do better the next time. Okay, so the first one would be waking up on time. I know most of us have gotten into the habit of, staying up late and then getting up very late. In the few initial days that has happened to most of us, but maybe waking up on time is a good start to do something that is going to be fruitful in the rest of the day. So whatever you can do in the morning session of your day cannot be done in the evening session of your day. So waking up early is key. The next would be have a to-do list. So basically a to-do list is something that you can write down on a piece of paper as to what you want to do in that particular day. Make sure you write it from the most important task being done first, then go on to the lesser important tasks to be done. The next thing is have a distraction list to stay focused. Now you will see that there are two contradictory things. Have a distraction list to stay focused. So what that exactly means is that when you're doing a particular thing, you're doing your particular task of the day, maybe studying for the day, and in the middle of that you have a distraction, maybe to read a book or just to listen to a song or to check your phone. But I suggest you write it down on a piece of paper as what your distraction is for that moment, and continue doing the work that you were doing. Continue studying, and at the end of the time that you are supposed to be studying, you go through your distraction list and then you do whatever was distracting you at that time. That will help you concentrate on what you're doing at the moment more. Okay, the next one is the Eisenhower matrix. So the Eisenhower matrix basically was first used by Dwight Eisenhower. So it is basically a square, as you can see in the picture, with 4 quadrants. You have to make, on one side you would have to write important and not important, on the other side urgent and not urgent. So basically what you have to do is you have to write in your tasks over here whatever is important and whatever is not important, and then accordingly either you do it, you plan on doing it some other time, or maybe after a while you see whether that task is actually having to be done by you or by somebody else, so that you can delegate that task. Or if you don't require it at all, then you can just eliminate that task for the day. So you can put up all your tasks for the day in this matrix. After you do it, then you can decide what has to be done first, what is the most important and the most urgent task will have to be done first, and henceforth and henceforward. Okay. The next is take breaks. So you will have to take, to ensure full concentration on a task that you're doing and to be more productive at it, you have to take at least a 5 to 10 minute break every 40 to 45 minutes. That's how you should also study for your regular studies. After every 40 to 45 minutes, you take a small break to maintain your concentration level. Now during that break, you are not, you're not supposed to be checking your phone or just doing some tasks that are not relevant. You have to just sit and maybe relax during that time, because you need to regain your concentration level. The next one would be work before you get motivated or inspired. So what that means is, your motivation comes only after you be productive, not before. So you cannot expect to get motivated before you even start doing a task. So most of our excuse is that I don't feel motivated to do something. It's not that. The motivation will not just come. You have to initiate the task, you have to want to start doing the task, and only then you would be able to get motivated to continue doing it and to be better at it. Okay, to not multitask. Most of us feel that multitasking is something cool and something is like a talent. It could be, but it's advised not to multitask, because when you multitask, you cannot give your 100% to anything, basically. When you're doing something and you want to be productive at it, you have to give your 100% for that. So that will happen only if you concentrate on it 100%, and that will happen if you do not multitask. And going through social media also counts in that. The last thing would be time management. As you all know, that it is very essential and very important that we have to manage our time, and to do that, to start off, is making a daily timetable, making something that you have to do it the entire day, just jotting it down, and giving equal amount of time for everything. So you cannot just leave out your exercise or your play time or your just free time to pursue your talents, but you have to give equal amount of time for everything. Spending time with family also has to be included in that, because that is very recreational. And so everything, when you give equal amount of time to everything, it will help you not leave out anything in the bargain, and you can be productive at everything that you want to do. So this is basically the 8 things that you can do to be more productive. Can go through it again. First would be waking up on time. Then second would be having a to-do list, keeping a distraction list to stay focused, the Eisenhower matrix. Then you have to take the breaks after every 40 to 45 minutes. Work before you get motivated or inspired. Do not multitask, and manage your time well. So only after you do these things or implement some of these things in your daily activities will you be able to be 100% productive. So there's a small activity that I can suggest to you, is maintain a book or a journal. So during these times, we will not be attending school and we will not be meeting each other. So it would be nice if you maintain a journal as to what you do on a regular basis. So if you've learned a new skill, or you've brushed on a talent, or you've gotten something, you've gotten better at something, write it down, jot it down, and get it at the end whenever you have to come to school next. Maybe if you have queries, you have questions that you want to talk about, in class, we can do that. You just have to write it down in a book and maintain one special book for this so that we can talk about it in class. Alright? I hope you went through this and enjoyed the session. Thank you and see you next time.